run it back, run it back. About to snap, take a photograph. Run it back, make it to the front. Run it back when I told it right. I'll be back, make another back. Ultra fast. I ain't with the boulder dash. Run it back, face back with the shoulder pads.
Run it back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. Not by the act, and run it back. You see how I act, nothing I lack. Feel it like a fatal heart attack. I'd die for that. I don't stress about it, I think less without it. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high-key, running back, let me have it back. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high-key.
Yes, like that. Solo might be right back. Oh yes, like that. I told her I might be right back.
Run it back. Told him put the money in the bag, double that. Run it back. Told him put the money in the bag, double that, double that.
Run it back.
Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back.
Run it back, 100 stack in the truck with his fire tag. Cost of gas, running to the future. Past, I'm done with that. But if I need to, then I'm coming back. Yeah, that's a fact.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. To start the drive, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
He's going to air one out. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken right at the 35. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Bengals take over 1st and 10. It'll be Joe Mixon, born in nearby Oakley, California. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Raiders defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. The Raiders at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Duggan now to throw. Hyatt has got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 38. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They'll go with a keeper. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Bengals will get the football back. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. It's Mixon on the counter. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this Raiders defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders 26. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Can't we score? Paying attention.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Burrow looking to pass. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. KJ Hamler, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Duggan looking to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Duggan.
It got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Throwing. Duggan. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A give. It's Jacobs off the option.
And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Duggan will look to throw this.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Raiders are back within a score.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Joe Mixon.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
To throw is Duggan. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. In motion goes the tight end.
Here's Duggan to throw.
And that's caught inside the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And now they'll shift things around.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you know.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards.
That's how you flip field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. McPherson's kick is good. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And a friendly bounce there. They will get excellent field position to start as this kicks out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Dugan. Open man is Tucker. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And some room to work. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was a heck of a sprint. Tried to get to the end zone, didn't quite get there, just short out of bounds at the 2-yard line. I know the defense is relieved he didn't get to the end zone, and the guy who was carrying the ball a little frustrated he didn't make it all the way.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Jacobs. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
On 4th and goal, here's the option.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. This just a 24-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
There he goes, left side.
Now he's free at the 35. Joe Mixon.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon
with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking high its way once again.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Dugan. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line. Looking to throw. Dugan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Duggan. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. That's caught by Tucker. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me? Why are you giving up?
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Back to throw. Dugan. And this is incomplete.
Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. Looking to throw. Dugan. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Operating from the gun, Dugan. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another fourth down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. From the 48-yard line, here's the second down and 9. Now Burrow. He will find his man Chase, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 29 yards. First down. And they go play action now. Burrow. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now it's Burrow. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On third down, Mixon. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Duggan. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Off the play fake, Dugan. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Duggan. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Back to throw again. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
I'm wondering.
And they will take a knee here. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Here we go.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Running left, it's Mixon. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they'll indeed take a knee.